Okay, this is what my house looks like today, July 29th, 2019. For the past 2 to 3 months, Kyler and I have been participating in a play with the Riverton Art Council. We've been in Beauty and the Beast. Not to mention, we babysat for 2 weeks, the Raleigh kids. And I teach art classes here, so all of this stuff over here is for my art classes. And this is for when the kids in my art classes go play outside. I've also started a HelloFresh subscription. We went on a hike yesterday. The camera's also from the hike. These are from Primary, because I lead Primary. These are out because we've been taking photos for Grandma to get her artwork put together. Those are all left over from things that I bought for props, from making props for the play. That's an order of art supplies for my art classes, more art supplies. There's just stuff everywhere. Also, I've been picking up some kid toys and kid books for cheap from people that have been getting rid of them for cheap. Laundry's been piling up. Our kitchen's a disaster. That's my Primary. That was a Primary bag. This is from when we went to Wyoming this weekend. We've been shopping. We've received gifts and food and just have had no time to put anything away. The dishes everywhere. Our month has been crazy full. And so even everything's just a mess. Our bathroom, because we've been traveling, so that's our travel bag. Stuff's just everywhere. Not even time to put the toilet paper in where it goes. Our bedroom is a disaster. It was worse. Kyler already condensed things into piles, but they weren't in piles before. That pile of clothes was just strewn everywhere because I had it in 5 different organized piles, and then to Kyler it wasn't organized, so he decided it all needed to go into one giant pile. So now it's all confusing. And then my art room is a complete mess. It was also worse because I had a bunch of Grandma's stuff just all over the place until we finally took a whole bunch of them to Grandma's. But the rest of this is a disaster because apparently I haven't been cleaning up after myself. All of this is print stuff from printing pictures for Grandma. That's printing paper. Those are boxes for shipping printing. This is from an art party I hosted last month before the Raleigh kids came. That's a project I'm working on. Anyway, it's just everywhere. Every single room of the house is completely destroyed. We had visitors in here. The Raleigh kids took all the books off. Not all of them, but see all these stacks that are... Anyway, the Raleigh kids were pulling... Mostly Malin was pulling books off the shelves as she took her naps in here. And so those are all over the place. Kyler cut his hair, so the vacuum's out. That's just how it's been. The downstairs is probably the cleanest room in the house right now because that's where the guests sleep. But even our garage, oh, my knees are tired, has turned into somewhat of a war zone, even though we keep trying to clean it. We clean it and then I recklessly buy things that I find on sale. I'm always finding deals on Facebook Marketplace, and so I should stop so that I stop collecting all this random stuff. But I bought scooters because the Raleigh kids were coming, and then, well, I didn't get them until after the Raleigh kids came, and these are a few toys for little kids. I'm afraid to put the xylophone out because I know how noisy it'll be. We got Kyler our bikes and Kyler's car stuff. We want to get a shed to put this outdoorsy stuff in. And then we picked up new chairs because ours keep falling apart. We have a rug for when we finish this garage because we want it to be a space for people to live in and sleep in. And then Grandma's kiln we're going to be getting soon. And so these are all things that kind of went with her kiln. I'm not sure why that tipped over. That's not good. I bet some things broke, darn it. So anyway, we found someone was getting rid of all these really good books on tape, really good classics, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, Hobbit, Children of the Promise, some really good series for really good price, Work in the Quarry, so we got those. Anyway, our camping stuff's back there. My art stuff's over there. I mean, it's just 2 of us, and we can barely fit in this house. We're like bursting at the brims. The one thing that is organized is our storage room, which has that whole shelf is Christmas stuff. This shelf, the top half, is spring and fall decorations and seasonal things. It's mostly seasonal things, and then the bottom 2 are some of my memory things. Got some scrapbooking things, home decorations, but this is the only organized room in the whole place. That's all stuff from my childhood, and then a few of these boxes are Kyler's, and like the rest of it's mine. So this is now probably my favorite room in the house because it's the only one that's clean. But this summer, also we got that cool light that just turns on when people walk in and turns off on its own. Amazing. We need to put one in the hallway. But what we'd like to do, hopefully soon, is clean out this garage as best as we can and get it ready. We'd like to frame the walls and put in some insulation and drywall so that this room, it's actually really nice temperature in here now, but I don't know what it will be like. It's probably cold in the winters and warm in the summers, to be honest. So we'd like to insulate all the walls and insulate the garage door itself. And we do get a decent amount of light here in the mornings. It feels like light enough to me that I would be okay being in this room. But what we'd like to do is get it to where this is kind of like the living room / playroom, so that that other room where our living room is currently can be more like a private bedroom, because Charity is going to be moving in with us for a little while. But we'd like to turn this into more of a guest room. So we're thinking this back half can be beds, bunk beds, queen beds, etc., so that when people come to visit, we've got room for them. And then we want this half to be the TV, where the TV and couch are. So maybe TV here. I don't know if we want to put the couch in the middle of the room, because that really cuts a room into, it just makes a room smaller. So we have to figure that out still. Like maybe we put a couch against the garage, and then maybe we put a half wall here and the TV against it. I don't know. We'll figure something out. But at any rate, we want this to be more like a playroom. And then we're thinking our workout stuff could maybe go in here too. I just don't want the workout stuff to cause any real problems to where kids are playing on it and getting hurt. That's my only concern, is I don't want anyone getting hurt by the workout stuff. So aside from that, I mean, we could even put the workout stuff in the other room, and then anyway. But the point is, our house is a disaster and we have a lot of work to do. I'm taking a before video so that I can clean it, and then I can hopefully do an after video of how it looks when it's all done, because it's a mess. And that's all. We have a lot of work to do, and we've had no time to focus on it at all. This room is probably the cleanest, like I said. Levi and Trenton slept here last night, but it's not too bad. Kids' toys are actually relatively organized, so that's good. All right then. I'm gonna go clean. Got like laundry to do, and this bathroom hasn't been cleaned since the Raleigh kids came, so there's like toothpaste in random places. Oh, the baby spider that's dead. Wonder where he came from. This toilet hasn't been cleaned. Anyway, this just goes to show, this is actually organized despite how it may look, but just goes to show we have work to do in this home. Lots of work. I'm not sure where to start. I think I'll start in the most lived in areas, which are upstairs. I mean, I've got to sweep every inch of this house because it's a disaster. And then on top of that, not to drag this video on longer than necessary, it's already 10 minutes almost, but then we've got all this to do. Look at that area of our yard. We have to fix the sprinkler system so that we can grow grass over there. And we'd like to plant some fruit trees in the back. And we like to get a garden going over here. We've tried to start growing grass in this area, and it's starting. It's not completely grown in yet, but it has started. We had killed it off because the quack grass was taking over, and we don't like that quack grass. We've got to figure out what to do back here so kids can play without me feeling like they're going to get hurt. I did discover a quail nest under that section of fencing, by the way. It's really cute. Little mommy and her babies. We scared them. But I want to clean up that back area. We may just cover it in grass for now. I eventually wanted to turn it into a patio, but I realized that's really not like a priority. And what we mostly need is just for it to be safe so that when kids are back there, they're not getting hurt on anything. Not that they have yet, but I don't want to risk it. So there's a ton of work to do back here too. And we've been so busy all summer. We haven't had a single moment to get started on it. The grass looks good, by the way, courtesy of Kyler. He's been mowing it. I've been watering this section of grass that's trying to grow. It's getting a little dry on the back half. That's because the sprinkler is set. I'm using the one that sprays right here to get this grass, but it's not quite reaching back there, so that's why it's starting to turn yellow. So maybe I should turn on that back one instead of the front one. But anyway, lots and lots to do here. So I'm gonna go get started and see how far I can get in one day. Wouldn't it be awesome if I could just get this all cleaned up and surprise my poor exhausted husband with a clean home? That'd be nice. He's done so much for me, and I think it's about time I jump into gear and get some things done for him. So that is all. This is Kelly signing out. Goodbye.